Készülünk, az egy igazi rangadó lesz, talán a női nemzetközi.
Welcome to Margaret Island in Budapest, everybody. These are the Fina World Championships, the Aquatic Championships of 2022, the 19th running of this Fina event in this wonderful city. It really is idyllic. It's got the most gorgeous architecture, heavenly weather as well so far, for which we're very grateful. And of course we are near the River Danube on Margaret Island, at the Alfred Hayosh National Swimming Stadium. And Alfred Hayosh, in case you didn't know, was a very, very famous exponent of this sport himself a few years ago now, and he was also the architect who designed this facility. Well, it's water polo tonight for you, and another preliminary round match in Group A. We've just seen a draw between Canada and Italy, a match which seesawed. Italy in front for most of the way, but Canada ultimately getting a point out of that one. Now it's on to the host nation, and Hungary against Colombia. Should be a routine home victory here for the fans to enjoy in the packed stands. But in sport, you never know. The Colombians are coming here with hardly any pedigree. It's their first ever appearance on the world stage. There are only 29 water polo clubs in the whole of Colombia, 800 players, many of them at universities. But water polo has long been an important sport in this country, in Hungary. And very shortly the players will be taking to the stage, and in the build-up here, every player is introduced to its audience. Hungary did dominate this sport for 60 years, soon after the turn of the 20th century. And they will go top of the group if they win this one. They must not take it as a foregone conclusion. The introduction of the referees. Pascal Boucher from France and Maro Sabinovic from Croatia have their own moment on the big screen, and a heavy responsibility on them, both clad in all white. The Hungarian flag's evident in the stands. The United States of America have traditionally been the strongest nation in women's water polo. Italy in the men's competition, which follows on tomorrow evening.
Please welcome Colombia.
So first to take the stage will be the South American challengers from Colombia. What a moment in the history of this nation, competing in the World Championship water polo for the very first time. But they have their support here. It's a long way from Barranquilla and Cali. Sara Agudelo is their number one. Great moments in the spotlight for all of them. Many of them teenagers. Valentina Restrepo there. Well, they're walking the walk. Carolina Ortega Fuentes, followed on by Antonio Casedo Granada. And you can see that they are very youthful. One of the more experienced players Juliana.
Number 7, Daniela.
Ditto Daniela. Wearing number 7 on her cap this evening. Carolina Lastre Palomek. Struts her stuff. Quite a nervous moment for them, this. Surely one that they will enjoy.
Number 10,
Each squad consists of 13 players. Vanigas Morales. Very much a fledgling sport in Colombia. Names are getting longer. They'll all be donning their swimming caps very shortly. And bringing up the rear, what a lovely smile from the second goalkeeper, Isabel Chamorro Lagara. That is Colombia. Under the tuition of their coach, Esteban Vasquez. Moments in the limelight in this sport that they have chosen. There'll be a lot of noise here now following the flag of the host nation, Hungary. And they have over 1,000 international caps between them, starting with Edina Gagal, 167. Dorothea Shilagi, she's also won over 100 caps in her career. From the Ferencváros club, which have a famous football team of that name. Gurisati. Susanna Mate. After her surname first. Marcus Rebecca. Extremely focused and confident. Geraldine Mariot. Smiles from her. No doubt the family are here in attendance as well. Rita is number 8, Dodge. Laura Limita. Natasha Rybanska. Those of the UVSE club. Students. Another Farago. Little flags, big flags. We're almost there. This is Cristina Gaga. 138 caps to her name. And finally, the goalkeeper, Aldo Maggiari. Several players from her club at Duno Baroshi. A nervous night for the Hungarian coach, Attila Biro.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the
Now the national anthems. First of all, Colombia. Next, the national anthem of Hungary.
And now the anthem of Hungary.
As the strains of the national anthem fade away, we await the start of this contest. What a moment for Colombian sports. Famous in football, famous in one or two other sports as well, but here in the Aquatic Centre in Budapest, they take to this stage, a very high stage for them. And against one of the favourites in Hungary, world ranking #1, the bronze medal at the Tokyo Olympics last year, the three-time European champions Hungary as well. Gold medalists in this event in 1994 and 2005. So they haven't won a medal since 2013. Against Colombia, who beat Puerto Rico and Venezuela twice to qualify. There is their coach. They have no great history. They finished 7th at the Intercontinental Cup, which is why they're here. That was in Lima in Peru. Last-minute adjustments to the headgear. Ear protectors to the fore. And although Hungary are clearly the favourites and expected to win, they'll want to put on a show for their spectators as well. They'll obviously want to finish the evening in pole position in the group. As we look at their lineup, the goalkeeper, 31 years of age, Edina Gangel, 21 years of age, the other goalkeeper, Aldo Magyari. And completing the lineup here, he likes the number 10, Natasha Rybanska at 22, and Camila Farago at 21. Will be among the stars of the evening. Hungary's coach, Attila Biro. I think it's just get the job done, girls. Hungary 4th in the last World Championships, which were held in Gwangju in Korea. But twice world champions. Can they make it 3? The Colombian side, led by their goalkeeper, Sara Agudelo. A 17-year-old in there, Isabella Chamorro Vergara. She's the second goalkeeper. And 2 14-year-olds. How about that? Quiroz and Vanegas Morales, 14 years of age. And Vladimir Lopez Molina is their coach. First ever participation. All set to go under a clear sky, a temperature delightfully still at 28 degrees centigrade. Here are the two referees. kept very busy. It's a very physical sport. It's not as physical as it was when it first started, where wrestling and brute strength and holding down underwater was allowable. Not today. All down to the first sprint in a moment. Canada, funnily enough, won all 4 sprints in their match a few minutes ago against Italy. But the match finished all square at 7 goals each. Lovely underwater shots here. The Colombian players getting all set to go. Who will be first to the ball? The hooter, and then the off, and the all-decisive winning of the ball. And the countdown is on. Come on, everybody. Hand is lowered, away we go. This match is underway between Hungary and Colombia in Group A. And unsurprisingly, it's the host nation that gets the ball and sets up the first attack of the match. Plays spread between, you have centre forwards, you have wide players. And you have other players whose job it is to keep the ball out of the net. It's taken how many seconds to get into the net? Less than 20, and Hungary lead. And the first goal is scored by Rebecca Parkish. We may see many more like this. It was all too easy. The goalkeeper exposed. The late challenge from the defender unavailing. And Rebecca's got that first goal as Colombia tries to come straight back. Well, that's just what Colombia didn't need. And that one goes astray as well, affording the opportunity for the host nation to hit again. Making clear ground down that left-hand side, a good sprint, and the ball is on the angle. They'll take as many shots at goal as they possibly can, but this opportunity is lost and Colombia have it back. You can see they're swimming in straight lines. Some players in centre-forward position. They have 30 seconds in which to conjure up a shot, otherwise the ball goes to the opposition. There are other players in the driver position. Still the possession is with Colombia, but that was a rather wayward pass. It was just a throw and hope, really. Here is the goalkeeper, number 13 of Hungary, Alda Magyari. Nothing the coach can do about it now. Both sides are allowed the timeouts in the match. That's number 2. And the goals are coming thick and fast, and this one is hurled into the net. Right hand of Donatia Shilagi. Happy so far, all going swimmingly for him with just over 2 minutes played. No more, no less than we expected. I think the goalkeeper of Colombia is going to be very busy this evening. The crowd enjoying it, and they enjoy it every time they see the ball cross that white line and get beneath the crossbar. Can Colombia find a goal for themselves? Again, it's into sort of no man's land over there. Wow, what about that? What about that from the Hungarians? Number 3. Are they looking good? There you have the goal scorer, Rita Peschelli. And that took everybody by surprise, I think. It was, look at this, the goalkeeper way out, totally exposed, and an open invitation for a goal which could not be turned down. They're in a league of their own at the moment, which is what we expected. Hungary 3, Colombia 0, and rather disconcertingly maybe for the South Americans, still 5.5 minutes of this first quarter still to play. You can't take your eyes off the pool when Hungary are attacking, as they are again now. Will the goalkeeper be exposed once more? The ball will be moved around swiftly here. The angle was not too difficult whatsoever. 4 down and counting. And the latest to add her name to the scoring list is Van der Valje. Just over 4 minutes played, 4 goals scored, and all too easy. Really, what the goalkeeper actually made it a little easier for herself, or for the goal scorer, and against herself. Well beaten. And at the other end, the goalkeeper of Hungary has barely had to have a touch of the ball. They do have the ball now. I think the sporting Hungarian crowd will even cheer a Colombian goal here this evening. Well, this is a better build-up from the South American side. So they beat Venezuela twice in qualifying. Can they find a goal? Yes, they can. Well, that's the biggest surprise of the evening, I think. The Colombian coach has something to talk about. And it comes from the Colombian number 7, Daniela Marin Correa. They've hit back, 4-1. Well, that's going to boost their confidence no end. And it was a good strike as well, beyond the flailing arms of the goalkeeper. Nothing Aldo Magyari could do about that. It may sting the Hungarians into a swift response, though. In sense that the opposition finding a goal, probably. Yeah, there you go. Didn't take long, did it? 5-1 Hungary. Another Hungarian swims away in triumph. This is Greta Gurisati. And they're spreading the goals around, that is for certain. 5 Hungarian goal scorers already. It's always a case of everybody wants to get in on the scoring act when you sense that the opposition are sacrificial lambs. Still 4 minutes to play in this first quarter of the match in Budapest. As I say, Colombia at least have done themselves proud by scoring once. I think it got as big a cheer as any of the Hungarian goals. There could be another one of those to report fairly quickly, as the ball is dribbled through the water by Gurisati, who got the last of those 5 goals, make that 6. All too easy for the centre-forward position. And they are piling up the goals. Dorothea Shilagi has her second. No surprise in that. It's her 108th cap this evening. And Colombia will be lucky to come away tonight with the experience under their belts, but okay, it's going to be a heavy concession of goals, no doubt. But they'll take joy and pride in having registered once themselves. And they've got another chance here. The ball is tipped into the air, back onto the water, and away they come again. A fast sprint out here from Hungary. The crowd willing them forward, but I think there was a holding offence there underwater. Nonetheless, Hungary are now switching the point of the attack and swimming it in field. It is called a field, despite the fact it's water. Almost unchallenged there. Just need to find a colleague somewhere in a central shooting position here, you feel. And that they will do, but the goalkeeper makes the stop on this occasion. Well played by the Colombian number 1, Sar Agudelo. Agudelo, who's 24 years of age. Leads from the back, so to speak. Hungary looking for goal number 6 already. Not this time, just flicked off the top, off the frame of the bar. They use a size 4 ball in women's water polo, which is 26.5 inches in circumference, slightly more smaller than the ball that's used in men's water polo. Colombia 6-1 down, and another 2 minutes and 15 seconds to withstand further Hungarian raids. This is a chance for the South Americans. The ball is reversed. You can do that. You can throw the ball forwards, sideways, backwards. No problem there. And Colombia do have good retention of the ball at the moment, which will be encouraging for them. They've about 6 seconds left to get in the shot. Here it is. That's a super strike. That really is. We've had 2 dramatic scoring efforts from the Colombians, and the latest one is from Sara Vanegas Morales. Colombia second. They trail 6-2 only now. The crowd really enjoying the fare on offer. Here it is from behind the net. Goalkeeper got a touch on that, couldn't keep it out. The power play, the power shot. 6-2. Soon, I would suggest, to become 7-2. As Hungary look to hit back almost immediately again, as they did last time the Colombians scored. The net is awaiting. Where's the shot coming from this time? From close range, but wide. It's a bad miss from the favourites here. Several clocks to watch here. The overall clock, which is counting down to 1 minute and 20 remaining in this first phase. And the 15-second clock for the shot to come. Otherwise, the ball is handed over to the opposition, onto the top of the net. Worthy try from distance, though, from Colombia. He is their coach. Big chance. Oh, beautifully taken. Fooled the goalkeeper there, feigned the shot, and then drilled it wide of the Colombian goalkeeper. Coach like that one. It's a goal for Camila Farago. Her first. Hungary 7th. Six different Hungarian goal scorers already, and just a minute remaining in this first act. But Colombia by no means disgraced by the scoreline. There have been all sorts of estimates as to what the final tally might be. I would think that Colombia, if they could get it back to 7-3, would be highly delighted. That was clever. The ball was ducked under the water there. That was clever play from Hungary. The arm of the judge on the side is raised, the referee, and it does mean that Hungary might get an 8th before these 30-odd seconds run out. Big opening, big opportunity, goal scored. Never a problem. You could see that coming all the way. And Hungary are roaring their way into a massive lead here with that strike from Dora Lemeta. Her first. Oh, they're queuing up. And Colombia will probably be happy to get this first phase out of the way. There it was. There's been some really clever goal-scoring action here from the Hungarians, and yet one of the most spectacular goals was scored by the South American opposition as we enter the last 15 seconds of the first quarter. With Colombia on the ball. I don't think there's going to be time, certainly, for Hungary to get another one. The question was, could Colombia get one? 2 seconds to go. And here will be the hooter for the end of the first act, the first scene, the first phase. And it is 8-2 in Hungary's favour. Well, he's on his haunches, the Colombian coach, the Hungarian standing on the sideline, chewing away. Very content with the way it's going so far as the host nation leads by 8-2. It's roughly what we anticipated, all too easy for the host nation at these Fina World Championships of 2022. The goals coming right from the start. the Colombian goalkeeper in particular has been as busy as she expected. There have been all different types of scores, but this got a big cheer when the Colombians registered for the first time through Daniela Marin Correa. He led the applause, and he was to see a second Colombian goal as well, which even delighted the crowd here. The worst goal from a Colombian perspective came when the goalkeeper got into no man's land and left an open target. But, she has been in a shooting gallery all evening. So 8 of the 10 shots from Hungary have been converted, and a 50% shooting rate as well, efficiency from Colombia too. Many statistics there for you to enjoy, including the extra player shots. And they're enjoying the big screen presentations as well here in the Alfred Hayos National Swimming Stadium. Valvi there was among the goals. Valvi, she got the 4th, the 21-year-old. So we have another sprint now to see who will grab the ball first. I think the odds, you might say, are on Hungary here. Still playing the same way as they did. The teams cross over at the halfway stage of the match. They're very much first to the ball as well, right up for the contest, which is exactly what the coach would have wanted in his team talk before the start of the contest this evening. Just seeking out the right position, the perfect position for the shot. Still in possession of the ball. Remember, the feet must not touch the floor of the pool. It's a sensational strike. The first of the second period, and it comes from the Hungarian number 10, Natasha Rybanska. That's probably one of the most spectacular goals we've seen so far. And Hungary are within 1 of going into double figures. Winning her 56th cap, the girl from the UVSE, university player, and a spectacular strike. So it's going to be a tough evening for the South Americans. Hungary beat Russia to take the bronze medal in the Tokyo Olympics last year. So they come into this contest full of confidence. Gold medalists in 1994 and 2005, as this one is tipped aside. Will be a corner though. So some encouragement for the Colombians. We'll have support. It touches the line there. That means corner kick. If it comes off one of the outfield players, it is not a corner. So can Colombia strike for the 3rd time on the night? They already trail by 7 goals. Make that 6. Still the Hungarians very much in the ascendancy, moving it swiftly. That's the secret here. That's the difference between these two sides. When Hungary choose to set themselves up like that, there is only one eventual outcome. The Hungarian crowd is pleased because it's another goal for Camila Farago. It's her 2nd, it's Hungary's 10th. They're into double figures. Colombia was so close to getting a 3rd goal only a minute earlier. It wasn't to be for them, it was to be for the Hungarian number 11. Players come and go in and out of the pool, of course, so different numbers appear, all on the caps of the players from time to time. Each side has allowed a couple of timeouts. We haven't had one as yet. And it is Hungary steaming forward again. Totally in the ascendancy here. Oh, and totally exposed the goalkeeper. Far, far too easy. It's 11-2. And it's another for Rybanska. There she is, swimming back to her position. Natasha Rybanski. She's had 3 shots. And well among the goals now. Thoroughly enjoying herself. I think the Colombians are enjoying themselves as well, and they're not surrendering lightly. Here they come once again. Every time they get into this area of the pool, you feel there's another goal on, and there is. Never any doubt again there. The next name on the score sheet is that of Rita Castelli. Her second. Hungary moving swiftly along into the dozen territory. 12-2. So easy again. So well manoeuvred and polished off. Nothing much Colombia can do about this. And this is a warning to the other teams, of course, Canada and Italy in this group, that the Hungarians are steeled to win and to get onto the victory podium. Thoroughly enjoyable sport to watch, and thoroughly enjoyable for the home crowd to see their team winning so decisively, albeit the standard of the opposition not too strong. But they will have the next move, the next setup. There was a foul there committed. A lot of fouls committed in this game, so it does mean there's a chance here of the third Colombian goal, but this one is kept out comfortably by the goalkeeper. Yet to see his team score in this quarter. We've seen Hungary get plenty. And plenty more. The left hand was decisive. They roar and they applaud their appreciation here. The goalkeeper having absolutely no chance as the ball was thundered past her by Dora Lemeta. 13-2. And you can't say it's an unlucky 13 by any means. The accuracy of shot has been brilliant from the host nation so far. The arm is raised whenever there is a foul, and it's raised twice in quick succession there. So counting down on the clock, they have 18 seconds left here, Colombia, to set themselves up for a shot on goal. Remember, we're in the second quarter. They've not found the net once in this quarter as yet, but they have a chance now with 15 seconds remaining to retain possession of the ball. Coming down to 5 seconds, she has to go for goal. She has now, and it's just too acute is the angle. So Hungary supporters there with the flags pinned to their heads. Oh, they've got the ball forward immaculately, and surely she'll beat the goalkeeper. All ends up here into the centre forward position. Hungary move on to 14, and that really was all too easy. And the poor goalkeeper dreadfully exposed there in the face of another for Dora Lemeta. That's her hat-trick. And she has 2 in a row. 14-2, and all too easy. It's proving tougher for Colombia as the match progresses. It's been a relentless performance so far from Hungary. Exactly what we expected. And yet you didn't want to predict it. And you have to admire the Colombians just for being here. They're all amateurs. No professional water polo in Colombia. But they're here, and they have a chance. This is direct at the goalkeeper, just a little bit too direct, and quite comfortably held by the keeper. So he stalks away, I think, rather disappointed there. Felt his side should have had a third. Oh dear, head in hands. Here we go at the other end. They don't miss at that end, do they? Hungary are romping away with this as they move on to 15 on the night. Through a first goal for Susanna Mate. One of the new members of the team, Susanna. And a lovely moment for her. We've got a close-up shot of the goalkeeper then, Alda Maggiari, who's leading the applause from the other end of the pool. Still 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Here come the Hungary again, ball in their possession at close quarters. It's an absolute walkover is this for them. It's 16-2. We're going to need an abacus, as they used to say. And 2 in a row for Susanna. Yeah, she's a happy girl. Susanna Mate. Great night for her. The biggest match she's played in. Nothing much he can do about it. Colombia just not having as much of the ball, and they're not as quick in the water. There's a bit of a wrestling match going on there between two of the players, but, and there still is. You've got to be careful. You're not allowed to touch the opposition player until the ball is released, as it was then. At least they've had possession of the ball for more than a few seconds here, of Colombia, and they've got a real chance of finding goal number 3. But that was inaccurate. Gave far too much to do to her colleague. A long-range try. No way that one was going to beat Alda Maggiari. 2¼ minutes remaining, and what are the odds on Hungary getting up to the 20 mark? Must be a good chance. There's the first of the 4 that they need to do that. 17-2. And that one fired in. It's another hat-trick, and it's Dorothea Shilagi. And you really do feel sorry for the Colombian goalkeeper. Look at the length of that pass and the depth and the coolness in the finish. Beautifully shown there. Shakes of the head. They know what's going on. There's not much they can do to stop it, though. This play resumes with Colombia in the possession, and they'll be happy when that clock ticks down and they get a bit of relief on the side of the pool in 2 minutes from now. They just want to keep the ball for as long as they possibly can. They've got to find one another in there. They couldn't do that. The ball was fingertipped away straight to goalkeeper Maggiari, and the ball was transferred to the other end of the pool very sharply, and they're all storming forward. Here's the setup. Going to be the direct shots. Super, absolutely super. That was a terrific strike from Rybanska. Rybanska. That it really is her hat-trick as well. They were a little premature in awarding one of the previous goals to her, but that was definitely hers, and it is 18-2. One of the more long-range strikes that we've seen. So, I think I heard the words there. I think in lip read, I think he said, so good, so far. Well, that's understating the performance. The biggest question for me is, can Colombia get a third goal? They've still got 2 quarters to go, even at the conclusion of this one. Ball lost, bit of a scramble now. Oh, it's a brilliant dribble. Super, all the way. Can she finish it off now? Yes, she can. Was it ever in doubt? Well, that's spectacular. That was a super dribble and a super finish from a very exposed goalkeeper, and perhaps that has been the most spectacular goal from Greta Gurisati. Her second. One needed for that 20 mark I was talking about. It's difficult to keep tally here, but just about everybody has figured on the score sheet in the colours of Hungary so far. Nobody for Colombia in this second quarter. They still have hope, of course, here now. They need somebody to lift them as we move towards the last 30 seconds. We'll be halfway through the contest shortly. Oh, it's unlucky. That just flicked off the top of the crossbar. But it was certainly a decent try from the Colombian number 11, Susanna Hill. One to get to 20. Is this the moment? They know the clock is ticking down. They haven't got long. They had long enough. The ball nestles in the net. No emotion shown whatsoever by the coach. But the goals are piling up for Natasa Rybanska. It's 4 for her. It's 20 for Hungary. I'm not going to use the word humiliating because this is a first ever appearance at the World Championship water polo event for Colombia, for the South Americans. So it was much as they expected, and for those happy ladies, it's much as Hungary expected as well. Don't think they're going to have time to get to 21, are they? Or are they? No. Well saved. Nice to say that about the goalkeeper. Well, so far it's going very, very well for the host country. The goals have been spread around right from the first 10 or 15 seconds of this match. I won't call it a contest. And it's going to be a very lengthy list of goal scorers that you see. As Hungary have a stranglehold on this Group A fixture, the half-time score. Hungary 20, Colombia 2. And here are just a few of the highlights, of which there have been many. Was one of the high spots, the first Colombian goal, scored by their number 7, Daniela Marin Correa. And they did get a second, which was equally spectacular, from Sara Vanegas Morales. So temporary joy there, but it really wasn't to last as the goals came thick and fast at the other end of the pool. Rebecca Bakash amongst the goal scorers, but then just about everybody was. Nine of the Hungarian players have found their names on the score sheet already, and we're only halfway through this contest. They came from just about every angle, some more spectacular than others, but all with the same end product. Deadly efficiency from Hungary. Well, there are many statistics we could give you, but the most salient is the fact that of 23 shots that Hungary have managed, 20 have ended up in the net. That is a fantastic percentage shot efficiency of 87. For Colombia, well, they've managed 2 from 11 shots. Hungary have won both sprints, and I suspect they will win all the sprints again here tonight. There have just been 8 personal fouls so far. Only 1 steal by Colombia to the 11 from the hosts. The swimmers retain their positions and take up the post right by the goal post there. Ready to go again in this third quarter, and here is the sprint. And guess who's going to get to the ball first? Much fitter, much stronger, Hungary. We said before they were queuing up to score the goals. I think the first of the night came in the first 10 seconds. And it may have come in the first 10 seconds of this second quarter. Not quite. But I don't think it will be long in arriving. Just didn't creep across the line. So Colombia holding on better. Defending a little better. The ball with the goalkeeper. Taking her time before flinging it to the other end. Sara Agudelo is in the net for Colombia this evening. And almost an opportunity for Colombia to get what would have been the first goal of the third part. They didn't manage it, but they have got through the minute, an entire minute without a concession. Remember, each quarter is 8 minutes long. This one's in, I think. Oh, that definitely is in. Just a question of who was credited with the goal. And swimming away is Rita Castellier. Up to 21. In fact, it's Rebecca Parkish who is credited with that goal. It could have gone to either player. But Rebecca has her second, and it is 21-2. Yeah, that was the debatable moment where it crossed the line and who got the final touch, and it was Rebecca. Winning her 83rd cap this evening. A rare foray forward from Colombia. Getting the ball into that centre-forward position. An opportunity for a shot. Can she bury it? No, she can't. Decent attempt, mind you, from Valentina Restrepo. A huge ball down there, and what a catch, and what a lovely lob. That's a superbly technical goal. Absolutely super for number 22. In the cap of number 12, Cristina Garda. Another scorer. Well, that was brilliant technique. So the only outfield player who has not scored for Hungary is number 7, Geraldine Mahieu, not counting the two goalkeepers. And it continues to run away for the South Americans. A couple of little personal squabbles going on there in the pool. A player can get excluded permanently during a match if they get 3 exclusions. They get sent off, basically. Up we go to the end where most of the action is centred, with the long throw out picked up down the right channel, lobbed across to the left just a little bit too long, and they have to retrace their steps, trying to find the gap for the shot, which they inevitably always do. Fooled us. Oh, well, the pass wasn't the best either. I think they're running out of time here. Crashes down off the crossbar, didn't cross the line for certain there. 5.5 minutes remaining in this third sector of the game, but the Hungarian coach, I think he was a mite disappointed there with the fact that they were unable to score in their 30-second window. This is the third quarter. Colombia looking for clear water. It was a good swim to get to the ball there. Opened up the opportunity for the pass. Then a long reverse ball. There could be an interception here. No, they do manage to keep it for the time being, but that's way over the mark. And they will be coming quickly down pool. Will Hungary now, seeking to expose that frail Colombian defence. They're queuing up for the next strike, which will be goal number 23. I don't think it's going to be long in coming. This might be the moment. In a central shooting position, which is spurned. 8 seconds left here. This might be a goal. It will be a goal. Hurled into the net. The overarm throw from Rebecca Parkish. She's got 2 in this third quarter now. So well done to her. It's another hat-trick. I think we're going to find a few hat-tricks this evening. 23-2 in the home nation's favour. That's the one that makes it 23. And she takes a walk, takes a breather. Very happy with her evening's work so far, I'm sure. The substitutions come thick and fast and it's impossible to keep up with them. But it is Colombia with the ball on the attack. They haven't scored a goal for an awful long time though. Their 2 goals came in the first 5 minutes of the contest. And they can't find a way to number 3 even now. I would bet that Hungary will find a way to number 20. Where we go? Well, there we go, 24. And it is the number 8 cap. It is another hat-trick. This one for Rita Gestali. The score will keep on mounting in the remaining 4 minutes of this 3rd quarter. I wouldn't be surprised if Colombia call a timeout before long, just to have a little breather. The goalkeeper leads the applause from the other end of the pool. She's had to face very little, really, in truth. Sometimes Hungary rely on Edina Gangli to be the goalminder. This evening it's Alda Magyari. Colombia still have the ball, seem a bit unsure. Looks as though there could well be a timeout here. Well, it is Colombia who call it. That's no surprise. Easily predictable, and there will be a switchover of players.
Entra Susana, entra Juliana, sale Majo, sale Anita.
Bueno, each coach is allowed to do twice during the course of the game.
Empezamos, Susi. De una, Sara le pasa una de las de afuera, triangulamos, movemos.
Well, we'll be getting a friendly talking to, I suspect, because he knows that they came here with little hope of doing anything but improving their experience at this level.
Estamos en uno de más.
The statistics are difficult for Colombia. Just 29 clubs in the whole country, only 800 players, many of whom are at university. So they don't get to compete very often. They did participate in the World Cup in Hungary in 2018. And didn't play any international matches for 10 years, an entire decade. Play will resume now with Colombia. Can they find a way through? It would be a popular score if they were to get one, I can assure you. And it is an opportunity for them here. They managed to retain the ball. The arms thrashed the water in the quest to win it. It is Hungary who do win the ball, which is down the right-hand channel now. Some players prefer the right, some prefer the left. They can't carry the ball with 2 hands. You can only use 1 hand at once in this sport. And they're using their hands pretty usefully now, Hungary. So you just wonder who will get the next goal. That's probably the only question. It could be any one of half a dozen. There it is. It was a deflection, really. Just the palm of the hand flicking the ball as it came across into the centre-forward position there. But it was all too easy again. 25 up now for Hungary. Goalkeeper still talking. Literally just a little flick of the hand from Camila Farago. And it's Geraldine Matthew at the end of it. Her first goal, so now every outfield player does have a single goal at least to their names. And the tally is up to 25-2. This is where they need to retain the ball for a longer period. It doesn't sound long, does it, 8 minutes, but it must seem an eternity when you're in the pool and trailing with such a huge deficit. You just want to keep the ball for as long as possible, but when it's conceded, this is where Colombia get into trouble. And they have to swim back furiously, which is what they do, but are they quick enough to stem the tide? Surely you would feel Hungary will find number 26 here any second now. They do. Beaten on the angle, it wasn't too tough though. Dorothea Shilagi. She is the top goal scorer with 4 now. She scored the 2nd, the 6th, the 17th, and now the 26th. Familiar sight, the Colombian goalkeeper picking the ball out of the net. Feel sorry for Sara Agudelo. Little she could have done about any of them. Colombia have just made another substitution. I would think they're willing to come off at some stage here. But we are well into this 3rd quarter now, just a minute and 45 seconds remaining of it. They go for goal and they're unlucky. Hit the bar. Another chance off the rebound. Which way through? Where is the route to the net? Maybe 11 seconds in which to find it. Mustn't panic. 6 seconds. Down to 4, down to 3. Opportunity lost. You would think. Too far a distance to be the goalkeeper of the quality there of the Hungarian Medina. Hungary looking again to add to the 26 they've accumulated. They really have scored from just about every position on the field. A bit of kidology going on here before this one again is smashed into the net. Super strike, much appreciated by the audience, and it's another for Natasja Rybanska. The goals are piling up for her. She has 5. She has scored many throughout her career. This is her 56th appearance. And it's all gone swimmingly for the Hungarian team and their support, with 45 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. And it seems an eternity ago since Colombia registered the 2nd of their 2 goals. Hungary have accumulated 22 in the intervening period. Well, the defence has to sprint back. The goalkeeper's throwouts are crucial here. Once again, she finds a colleague. Quick play into the centre position, but the ball is lost in the water. And that was fine, it wasn't a foul. So for once, the Colombian goalkeeper doesn't have to face a shot. And she may not now, because we're coming to the end of the 3rd quarter, with Hungary having established a lead of 27 goals to 2. The Hungarian coach, Tilamiro, will be very pleased. Can't do any more than win by this sort of score. The points decided long ago. Hungary are destined for the top of Group A this evening, with that scoreline indicating that they are, well, 10/10 of the way to it. They're not going to be overhauled. Because Canada and Italy shared the spoils earlier, a 7-all draw. It will be Hungary top of Group A with a fantastic goal margin to celebrate. Quite deadly, especially from this sort of distance. Hard work being a goalkeeper. Just 1 quarter to come. We'll give you the statistics again so far from the various elements that make up the contest. The shots and the strike efficiency, which has been very impressive indeed from the host nation. And well, Colombia have been unable to find a way past the Hungarian goal since the very early phases of this match. They scored their 2 goals in the first 5 minutes. But Hungary with an 87 shot efficiency, 87% to Colombia's 11%. 7 centre shots as well from Hungary, which is telling. 6 goals from that position. As we move to the last quarter of the evening's entertainment for you. And all of these Hungarian players will be looking to add to their goal tallies. 4 so far for Szilagyi. 5 for Rybanska. Everybody else on the score sheet, barring the goalkeepers. They've won their 4th sprint. Nothing unusual in that. And they may be about to get their first goal of the 4th and final quarter. And this is going to be the way of it from here on in. Once again, it was routine stuff. The arm is raised. The coach, I think, liked that one more than any of the previous goals because of the build-up and because it's another goal for Geraldine Maheu. It is her first. I thought it was when I mentioned earlier that she became the last player to score, but my feeling had been that it should have been registered to one of her colleagues. This is definitely her goal, and it is her first, and that really does cement the fact that every one of the outfield players of Hungary has been on the score sheet tonight. The score sheet which reads Hungary 28, Colombia 2. And still they can't find a way through this obdurate rear guard. Wondering who's going to get the next one. They don't have to wonder for very much longer, do they? It's almost becoming a meaningless contest now because the goals are just mounting by, well, probably by about every 30 seconds. And the latest beneficiary with her first is Dora Lemeta. This score could end up as absolutely anything. The wilder predictions would suggest that Hungary could tot up 40. With that sort of decisive finish. Colombia would just welcome a third. I think that would make their night, actually. I'd like to see a close-up of their coach if they get the third. Where is there a way through? Oh, they've done it! Yeah, the arm is raised, and at long last, there's something to celebrate on the South American bench. Goal number 3 for Colombia. The Hungarian goalkeeper is beaten by Carolina Ortega Fuentes. Number 4 strikes goal number 3 for Colombia. Scoreline looks a bit better. It means so much to them. That's almost gleeful. But this is a familiar scenario. The ball down the right and in the left hand. Seems to always score from there, or at least set something up. Here we go again. Well, not set up this time, it was too long. The delivery, which meant the impetus was lost, it's quickly regained. What a super strike here. And this young man will be enjoying every one of those 30 goals. Crash beneath the crossbar from the wrist of Susanna Mate. Another one with a hat-trick to her name. Well, Colombia's joy was short-lived. So Hungary move into the 30s. The big question is, can they move into the 40s? Well, the Colombians have certainly learnt a lesson tonight, and one lesson they've got to repel these attacks rather better. They've been torn asunder with these lightning raids from one end of the pool to the other, with that brilliant pass there from the goalkeeper. And we're still coming forward here with the ambition of finding goal number 31. It will be a corner for Hungary. As you can see, this is where they take it from. Dimension to the play here, the ball spread from one side to the other, then centrally, a twist and a turn, but no goal this time. Rare relief for the South Americans, who have to withstand another 5 minutes and hope they don't concede 2 a minute, which would get Hungary to 40. 15 seconds left here for Colombia to find a strike on goal. It's amazing how they can keep an eye on the clock as well as move the ball around. Have they taken too long? No, they got the shot away, but it's easily smothered by the number 1 of Hungary, who didn't start the match tonight, Edina Gangl. Looking for another deflected strike there. Oh, that was a real miss. That's what, about 2 feet away from the frame of the goal and straight against the crossbar. For a 5-metre penalty there. And that's what has happened. We've seen only 1 penalty so far this evening. So the Colombian goalkeeper has to face this penalty to be taken by Dora Lemeta. Left-handed, straight into the net. Brilliant angle, number 31. And goal number 5 for Dora. She got number 29. She's now got number 31 in this romp to 2 points. It's always hard to tell who is the leading goal scorer, but there's accuracy personified. Still over 4 minutes to go through, which will seem very long to Colombia, not long enough maybe for Hungary. That was a decent attempt. The ball in was good into the centre-forward position, and the goalkeeper had to be very alert to keep that one out. Maybe just a fraction direct for the coach's comfort. We're already up the other end of the pool. We're already threatening goal number 32 for the host nation here. Just a question of who. Into the corner, above the grasping fingers of the goalkeeper. Another powerful finish from Greta Gurisati, who has not been one of the most prolific, but she was in the right position here. Wow. They do have very technical terms for the shots which beat the goalkeeper. A bunny, it's called, when a goal is scored on a power shot close to the keeper's head. And that was a bunny. Hungary 32, Colombia 3, 3.5 minutes on the clock. And they'll be headed for bed, I would imagine. It's a quite tiring sport as this one. Getting a lot of water. Colombia's opportunity, and the lob is good. Arm raised again, Colombia have 4. And every one of their goals has received as big a cheer as the opposition's. And it's 2 for Sara Vanagas. She is definitely their top goal scorer. The only one to get on to 2. And how well she took this. Yeah, one hand on the ball, lofted it over the goalkeeper, over the head, into the corner. Super finish. In fact, all 4 of Colombia's goals have been superb. So there is hope for them. So Hungary will have been stung by that, I'm sure. And we'll want to register another one as sharply as possible. Making inroads here. Directly into the net, the referee's arms are raised. The Hungarian tally is going up and up. All smiles, because this one is popped into the net by Hungary's number 12, Kristina Garda. 2 for her. 33 for the country. But nice to be able to say 33-4 instead of 33-2 as it might well have done. And the Colombians have been lifted by their 2 recent strikes, coming in this 4th and final quarter, which has just over 2.5 minutes to run. They'd welcome a 5th. They still have about 7 seconds in which to conjure up a telling shot, and that was a rather feeble effort at the end of the day. No problem for the Hungarian goalkeeper on that. The next thought is who to throw the ball to. Got virtually the whole pool to aim at. And down it goes to a colleague in a shooting position. It must surely be another. No, against the bar. A miss. Surprising miss, really. Bearing in mind the accuracy of the Hungarian shooting so far on the night. But the Hungarian crowd has been thoroughly entertained by their team, which is what they came to see. There will be tougher assignments ahead in the shape of Italy and Canada. Colombia are going to lose the opportunity of a shot on goal, I think, here. Yes, they do. So expect this ball to be lifted very sharply down water into the path of the potential next scorer, who just takes it in on goal. And she doesn't finish the job, that one does. All smiles for the Hungarian number 7. And it's another one for Geraldine Matthew. 34-4. And you got the feeling there was a sort of a message went out here to make sure that everybody got at least one goal on the night. Just about everybody's got 2 now, I think. They have. I don't think there's a single player who's only got a single goal. Well, just another minute and a quarter, a little less to withstand for Colombia on this sort of harrowing night for them in many ways, and yet I still feel as though they've enjoyed it, because coming up against the best is how you learn. And they always knew they were going to be second best tonight. He knew that, we knew that. This has just been underlined by total supremacy from this host nation. Moving towards goal number 35 here, a swift turn. Surely they'll get to 35. Well worth the drink. Well, it's another penalty. We saw the last one successfully converted. The player comes back after a 30-second elimination. The damage may have been done on that 6-on-5. 35 it is. Round past the goalkeeper. Rybanska is the top goal scorer for certain now. 6 for her, 35 for Hungary. Very popular player in the Hungarian ranks. And the countdown is on, just over 30 seconds remaining. Colombia with an opportunity to make the scoreline just a little more respectable. I don't think there's one person in Hungary who would begrudge them a goal. Nor is there one who will be displeased with the evening's performance. It wasn't quite to be. Good stop from the goalkeeper. And this is the way they react to the victory, which will be cemented in 20 seconds' time. Is there time for one more Hungarian goal? I think that's about the last remaining question. The countdown is on. 10 seconds remaining, that is all. What a wonderful night for the Hungarian women's water polo team, who have been totally supreme, totally victorious, and take the match by 35 goals to 4. Well, that's what it means to them. It's a perfect start to their bid to win medals here in Budapest. I won't read out the list of goal scorers, it would take too long. I think we'd be off air. But a totally satisfying performance from a dominant Hungarian side, led by their coach. Attila Biro will be very happy tonight. The Colombian coach will acknowledge that this was very much a learning exercise for his side, which was beaten by 35 goals to 4. This was a preliminary round match in Group A, though, and as I said earlier, sterner tests await for both of these sides. Colombia as well, having to face both Italy and Canada. But for the Hungarian coach, well, you could do no more than win your matches. splendid exhibition. It was always going to be a whitewash. 35 of their 42 shots were successful. Colombia's 4 were well greeted. The best statistic there for me is the shot efficiency of Hungary, which was 83%. That's mightily impressive. They won all 4 sprints. There were only 4 personal fouls by Hungarian players as well. That's something that Colombia will have to look at, having committed 10. But they did manage 4 steals. Well, it would be difficult to pick a player of the match, I would have thought, from this one. Top notch and top notch. At least the Colombian coach had much to applaud. Vladimir Lopez Molina. Things to build on for him. You feel for the goalkeeper, who was in the shooting gallery all evening. They still enjoyed it, I'm sure, and he certainly enjoyed it as well. Probably his first taste of water polo in Hungary. We'll be moving on to the men's event tomorrow evening, here and in the other cities which are staging the water polo matches. Choose a player of the game. In the end, it went to Dora Lemeta. It had to be a Hungarian player, of course, and she did score 5 of the 35 goals accumulated. Our supporters can go away. The Colombian fans too, but they'll be back because they've got 2 more matches, of course, in this group stage. They're not going to make it through to the next round when we have the crossover of fixtures with all the matches here in Budapest. But this was a really entertaining contest for the host nation. At the end of the night, we know that Hungary now top Group A with a goal difference of plus 31 to go with the 2 points accumulated. Canada and Italy, well, a draw for them, probably not what was ideal for either, but they live to fight on another day. And they will anticipate equally comfortable victories over the make-weights, the lightweights at the bottom of that group, Colombia. So we hope you've enjoyed the action here in Budapest in the first evening of water polo, and the competition will move on at these 19th World Championships in aquatic sport.